So, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Gianluca Masi speaking from Rome on the behalf of the Virtual Telescope project. It's such a big pleasure for me to be here today because we are really going to see something extremely special. We have been waiting actually for this for such a long time, I should say 8 centuries, to see something similar, and tonight, this afternoon at least here in Italy, we are ready to share with you the great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn. I must say I'm very happy, and also I feel really great emotions, and I'm really excited to do this today because I'm very well aware about the rarity of the event we are really going to see. We are just going to start because I managed to have my telescope already pointing the planets, despite it is still basically we are still in daytime here in Italy, but thanks to some filters I was able to fine-tuning the telescope to get the planets. Before starting, I want to thank all of you for joining, and I also want to thank the technological partners of the Virtual Telescope project. They are Unitron Italia Instruments, Software Bisq, C-Web, Santa Barbara Instruments Group, Planeweb Instruments, and Bader Planetarium. That said, I really want to start sharing with you right away what I am seeing here, because you never know what the weather will do, and let's try to see for the first time, to have the first sight, the first glance on this long-awaited conjunction, and then we will tell a bit about it. This is the console. I am just connected to my robotic telescope. I am in Rome. As you know, the main robotic units of the Virtual Telescope project are about 100 kilometers south of Rome, and here it is, the telescope we are using. But we want to see the planets, and let's ask the system to take the first image. Trust me, I'm really excited doing this live because I have clear evidence of the rarity of the vision and how precious this experience is for all of us, my friends. And here they are, our planets, grabbed at dusk, because as I told you, the sun is just setting here in Italy, and friends, look here, you have the planets. You can easily recognize. I'm truly amazed by this vision, happy to be able to share this with you. You can see on the right clearly the signature of the ring system around Saturn, and on the left you see like a huge luminous sphere, the other giant planets involved in this. Of course, we are going to see this better, hoping the sky will stay clear, because in Italy we are just waiting a serious cloud system, but hopefully this will not affect us. Friends, enjoy this. This is truly epic. Planet Saturn on the right and planet Jupiter on the left. There is a huge difference in brightness. Let me see if I can optimize the vision for the planet. Here it is. You can also recognize some dark lines on Jupiter. They are its equatorial bands. So we are basically seeing the planets pretty well with clear signature, specific signature of each body. Trust me, friends, grabbing this at soon after sunset, when the sky is still very clear, is quite an experience. But now I really want to start taking a sequence of this. Later I will be also using another filter. I'm using a filter just collecting the H-alpha light to kill as much possible the light in the sky, and this is truly amazing. Let's start taking a number of images. I also want to change some other parameters here, if you don't mind, just to be sure I do have some images to leave in my family album of these amazing events. To you, my friends, via the Virtual Telescope project, Jupiter on the left and Saturn on the right. As you can see, the sky is getting darker and darker, as this new image is clearly telling us, but I'm adjusting just the contrast and brightness to hopefully provide you with the best image possible. All this is happening in real time, as I told you, and again I repeat, it is still very bright out there, it is still, the sun had just gone, just nominally a couple of minutes ago, but we are already imaging, friends. How beautiful, how amazing this could be, thanks to technology. And in this very critical moment, with the pandemic still keeping us from moving freely, I'm very happy that the Virtual Telescope project is able to bring to you something unique. And I know that for many people out there, this is the only opportunity to spot this amazing experience. And as you can see, the telescope is taking images back to back, and you can easily see Jupiter left very bright and significantly fainter Saturn on the right. This is also very nice because you can see how much difference in brightness we have between these two giant worlds, because Jupiter is a bit more than 10 times brighter than Saturn, my friends. And this is also apparent and when you look at them by naked eye. And by the way, take your chance, take your time to go outside, of course, staying safe, respecting the rules in your area, and look up soon after sunset in the southwest direction, and you will enjoy this pretty easily. Not sure everyone will be able to see Saturn because Saturn is very close, significantly dimmer, and if you have less than ideal eyes, perhaps you can miss the vision of this. Let me try to change the filter here. This is everything happening live because I'm just running, because I just want to make sure you are seeing something, because I have a complex setup here. I started using my remote telescopes, but I know that in about 25 minutes I will lose this part of the sky. No, it is still too early to use a blue filter. I need a filter cutting more light back to the H-alpha. I was telling you, right now I'm using the remote telescope, but in about 20-25 minutes, from there I will have no longer free sight in that direction. So at that point, I will leave you for a while. I will go on my roof here in Rome, and with another less powerful but still fascinating setup, I will be able to provide you with the other images from here, directly from here. But for the record, we are really enjoying this live. This is a conjunction. It just means that the two planets, each moving across the sky, across the zodiacal constellations, where the ecliptic is, that is the projection in the sky of the Earth orbit, I mean, they are moving because planets, as the name planets say, it is just a moving star. Let's call it a star as in the ancient times, but you know, it is a planet. Anyway, they are apparently moving out there. This is why we call them planets, from the Greek word just telling they are wandering stars, okay? And from time to time they can apparently meet, because it is just a question of perspective, because of course Saturn is twice the distance from Jupiter, about 1.6 billion kilometers now, while now Jupiter is a bit less than 900 million. So there is a factor of 2 in distance, but you cannot see the distance. You cannot, evaluate, you cannot perceive the distance of Jupiter, you cannot perceive the distance of Saturn. So basically, to you, they look in the same spot of the sky. This is a conjunction, very close each other. Of course, how much close is saying us how precious the conjunction is. And right now, the angular distance, because we told that the kilometric distance is huge between the objects, but the angular distance seen from the Earth is so small. It is one-fifth of the angular size of the lunar disk, my friends. This is extremely small. And the last time we could see something like this, it was in 1226, about 8 centuries ago. We had another opportunity, but it was in the in the 17th century, but at that time both the planets were pretty close to the Sun, small elongation, I should say as an astronomer, and we could not see them. So this is the first time we can basically enjoy the sight after 8 centuries, my friends. This is making this extremely rare. I'm not saying you that the conjunctions between Jupiter and Saturn, that is these perspectival meetings in the sky between the planets are rare. They are not rare. They happen every 20 years, okay? But they can be large, several degrees, to have such a very close encounter, apparent meeting, okay? Tete-a-tete. You really need to wait sometimes for such a long time, okay? Just to have them together in the same field of view of a powerful telescope, just covering such a very small area in the sky. I find this amazing and we are enjoying this together. The Virtual Telescope project is bringing to you live no less than the amazing, epic, record-setting grid conjunction between Jupiter on the left and Saturn on the right, and from time to time we can even see the satellites, main satellites of the planet, and I will try to also to tell you a bit more. Let me prepare, if I can, to something like this, just to, because I want to show you later, if I can, also who is who, just referring to the moons. As you can see, we are controlling our remote telescope, so it is taking a few seconds sometimes to properly update the screen. But what is happening here, my friends? We are observing thanks to powerful technological high, and this is honestly something amazing. I'm truly amazed. I am shocked sometimes by the capabilities of modern technology, making possible for you to see something like this. Hope that it is rewarding for you to see this, to have this experience with us here via the Virtual Telescope project, and I cannot tell you how happy I am to share this with you. Jupiter on the left, you can also see some darker lines on Jupiter. They are the equatorial bands. Keep in mind, we are observing at 18 degrees above the horizon. This is extremely low. When you really want to have the best images, you will never look so low above the horizon, especially for high resolution images. And we are very lucky that we can still see something. But now let me try and see if I can use a blue filter, providing better contrast on Jupiter in particular. And I'm just checking if it is dark enough now to have this filter working for us. Perhaps we should have, I just need to regular to change something. Okay, here we are, my friends. I think we can be happy with this. I'm confident we should see better, look significantly better details on Jupiter, and look how different the brightness is between the two objects. Let me try now to see something. Sorry. This is a simulation. This is the telescope. This is the software we are using. Okay. It is just telling us that we are observing somewhere in the sky. And I just rotated the simulation so that it matches the real observed field. Look here, friends. This is a superior image. Needless to say, this is, to me, breathtaking, my friends. And I really hope you can find this rewarding after such a very long waiting time. So we are observing the grid conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn apparently coming extremely close. It is just a question of angular separation as seen from the Earth. In space they are very far away. Jupiter is about 900 millions of kilometers from us. Saturn is about 1.6 billion of kilometers, so there is a factor of 2 of distance between them from us, but from the Earth we are seeing them in the same area, in the same spot up there. And there is a difference in brightness of a factor of 10 between the two planets, and you can easily recognize this because you see Jupiter much brighter than, of course, Saturn. But you can see the equatorial bands on planet Jupiter on the left pretty easily, and I'm impressed because these images are coming from a very critical position with the planet so low above the horizon, and you really do not expect to see fine details when looking so low, and I find all these amazing, and I'm proud that once again the Virtual Telescope project is making possible for you to see something unique for free, bringing the beauty of the sky everywhere, provided you have there something, a connection, something like that, making possible for you to join our live feed. And to me, this is a clear demonstration about the powers of technology to share beauty. It is not cold technology, it is also so beautiful when you can really do something like this with people, everyone safely somewhere at home. I don't know where you are, but what I know is that everyone here, thousands of people are looking up, and we are observing live, because we always share real live images, you know. Our reputation is just telling you that you are observing live stuff. I cannot tell you how many fake things I've seen around. Also in this case, people just sharing simulated artificial images coming from rendering, telling they are real, but these are real for sure, my friends. And the Virtual Telescope is proud to show this to you, even if the sky is still relatively bright. Right now it is getting darker and darker, but taking images under these conditions is not straightforward, and for me it's such a pleasure to have the opportunity to share with you something unique like this, my friends. As I told you, this is a record-setting conjunction, because planets tonight are at their apparent angular minimum distance of 1/10 of a degree, 1/5, 20% of the angular size of the lunar disk. And the last time we saw something like this was 8 centuries ago, my friends. 8 centuries, 800 years. And the next time we will see something like that will be, quite curiously, in only 60 years by now, 2080. I will not be around, unfortunately. So this is my only opportunity, and I'm happy that I was here in the very right moment of history to enjoy this, with Jupiter on the left, Saturn on the right, brought to you by the Virtual Telescope project. And I really want you understanding that here the difference in brightness between the two planets is just telling you how differently they shine in the sky. Jupiter, after the Moon, after Venus, and just a few times after Mars, is the brightest object like there. So generally you have the Moon, Venus and Jupiter. But like in October, Mars can be bright, very bright. From time to time it is relatively rare. Otherwise, Jupiter is the third brightest object in the sky, while Saturn is significantly fainter, 11 times fainter. And look here how beautiful these images are. Sorry, I apologize for my English. I do my best, but it is very hard to talk in a different language from the one you usually use, and especially when you are facing something breathtaking, something record-setting like this. And I really hope that the Virtual Telescope project is making your time here rewarding, your time here happy. And I want to thank really all the media who featured our live streaming, making possible to a large audience worldwide to enjoy, to join this honestly unique event. So happy that many people could learn about this way. And to me, this is something which is impossible to keep for myself. The Virtual Telescope project started operations in 2006, and since then our mission has been sharing the beauty of the sky with other people. And you are doing this, as you can see, for free, because we believe the universe belongs to everyone. We belong to the universe, by the way, and you don't have to pay to see something you are part of. But of course, you are welcome to support the Virtual Telescope project, because as you can see, to keep this alive is expensive, and we survive just thanks to a handful of people donating us whatever they want from time to time. If you think that this experience is something special, if you believe that our mission is something to be preserved, especially in these very difficult times, please consider donating, going to virtualtelescope.eu website, and from there just tracking the donate option. And by the way, those supporting the Virtual Telescope this way will receive an exclusive image of this amazing couple that I will process once I will have the time later, tomorrow maybe, to process the images to create something special for our supporters. Anyway, I do expect then that in 10 minutes or so I will lose the planets from my remote site 100 kilometers south from Rome, where I am right now. And in that case I will put the live feed just in waiting for mode, and I will move on the roof here in Rome, and in 10-15 minutes maybe I will be back. But I will keep you, of course, informed, because I will run this while we still see the planets before moving. How beautiful, my friends. You can see every image is giving us darker and darker background, because the sky, the real sky, is getting darker and darker again. This is another way for you to check in case that we are running live, because this is reflecting the natural evolution of the sky slowly going to dark. And today here we are just welcoming the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, so this is happening in a very special moment of the year. And also there is a connection of this conjunction with something happening this part of the year, that is Christmas, because Kepler explained the magic stars with such a conjunction, a much more special one, happened in 7 before Christ, and that it was a triple conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn happening in the Pisces constellation. And Kepler suggested that very rare astronomical event could actually inspire the Magi in their journey, with the clear evidence for them. They knew the sky, that the conjunction was something extremely rare. I believe that we are going to leave this pretty soon, because I see the contrast is changing. And in case, I will stop for a while. Here it is, and I will move on the roof right now. Let me see if I have prepared a quick advice. Just making sure that you will be here, because I'm going to restart these in 15 minutes, friends. So my friends, it will take about 15 minutes to me to move on my roof, and I will be able to be back in about 15-20 minutes. So I'm sorry for this haul, but this way we will have a much longer coverage, and we will be using a different instruments providing now a larger field of view, and we will concentrate also on Jupiter satellites and more. So I will be back, as I told you, in 15-20 minutes. So friends, Gianluca Masi is back. Now I am on the roof of my building here in Rome. As I told you, our previous observations were through a robotic telescope I have 100 kilometers south of Rome, but now from there planets are no longer visible because they went just behind a roof. Now I am here on the roof of my apartment in Rome and I'm just setting up things for you, just making sure that we can observe this way, and I'm just setting up the system for you, and this is happening, as you can see, in real time, and I hope this will add something to the experience, my friends. Weather in Rome is relatively good, even if the sky is hazy, I must say, so it is not with the best conditions, but still happy that at least we have a sky, a transparent sky. Now I'm just going to point the planets. Making sure that the focus is okay. So that we have the best possible images. I do see the planets already, of course. Here they are, my friends. And now I'm going to connect for you the system. I really want to check. Okay. And now I try to connect my camera to my computer so that we can restart our feed. I hope you appreciate that I decided to install a second device here in Rome. Let me see what will happen with this first image. Here they are. Okay, friends, we are ready to go again. And I'm just trying to put the camera to have the longest visibility. Okay. Here we are. Time for me to start sharing with you what I'm seeing here. So, here they are, my friends. I'm using now a portable instruments after we used the giant telescope from my observatory, but this is offering to me a completely complementary, I mean, a new sight, so that you can also spot the moons, a larger field of view, with hopefully such a better evidence of the satellites around these planets. You can easily recognize Jupiter on the bottom, and you can see its satellite. Later I will tell you who is who here. And of course you also have planet Saturn. Want to try to refine the focus a bit if I can. Okay. Perhaps this is the best. Let me try. The new image is coming. Quite confident. Okay. I need to shorten the exposure here just to give you a better understanding of the planets. But you can see the satellites on Jupiter and appreciate how close they are, my friends. Here they are. Very nice shot. Look, this is done with a photographic teleobjective. It is not a professional telescope as the one I was using earlier, but as I told you, this is offering an additional view to me, and this is to me even very precious. We are from Rome now, so the images you are seeing now are from the roof of my building here in Rome, and I'm bringing this site from Rome to everyone out there. You easily recognize Saturn, I think. Something you can do by yourself if you have a digital single lens reflex of a mirrorless, but you have a 500 millimeters long lens. You can easily take these things. I'm working with such a device right now. I also want to tell you, to give you another view, just to help understanding the satellites around. Okay. I'm asking my system, my software, to go. Okay. So that you can easily see okay, I want to take a new image now, but adding labels, satellites, here they are. Okay, a new image now, and then I will share you also the software to help identifying the satellites around these planets. I'm happy that the sky here is favorable for such a site, and I want to use a much higher sensitivity just to bring you the satellites at their best. Okay, friends. I think that we have some good coverage, and time for me to share also the identification here. Let me, okay, just sharing with you also the software now. Doing this live right now, so I apologize if it is taking some time, but I am just on my roof with my simply my portable stuff, and let me see if I can use this picture-in-picture effect to help you locating who is around. Here it is, my friends. At this point, let me adjust the orientation of the software to match possibly better. This is the Sky X Professional by Software Bisque, one of our very precious technological partners. And I think you can now recognize who is who there. As for the satellites, Let me take a new image, even with the higher sensitivity. Unfortunately, the sky is not perfect, so I'm not sure we will see Saturn satellites, and it is too bright, I believe. Anyway, this to show you the 4 Galilean moons. And you can easily identify their nature, because you can see 3 of them on the left: Callisto, Ganymede, Io, from outside to the planet, and then on the right you can see Europa. Okay, I do find this amazing. There is also a star, by the way, on the right, as you can easily see here. Time for me to center again the objects. Let me see if I can just put the object in the field of view to stay longer. It's a truly amazing experience, I must say. I'm so happy to share with so many people worldwide this outstanding sight. The great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn, something we didn't see this way, with the planets so close apparently in the Earth sky, for 8 centuries. There was a similar close conjunction in the 17th century, but it happened in the direction of the sun, basically, so we could not see it at all. Now I really want to identify also the star we have there, because you can see you have 5 apparent satellites around Jupiter, but now using our software I will be able to identify the star we have there. As you can see, all is done live with you looking. Look here, my friends. Too much. As you can see, the diameter of the star is large, just to make sure you see a difference, but here they are. Okay, my friends, I think that here you can now understand who is who. I identify also this star for you so that you can really see the situation there. Let me change the position, sorry. Let me take a new image. So you can identify the satellites, of course, and the star, which is on the background, incredibly far away from us. So friends, here you have Saturn. It is the planet on the top. You can recognize the shape of the rings. Then you have much brighter Saturn, Jupiter on the bottom, and on the left you have 3 dots of light. As you can see, they are from the left Callisto, Ganymede, Io. Then you have Jupiter, and then on the right you have Europa, and then you have a star which I identified on the software for you. And keep in mind that the 4 satellites, Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto, were discovered by Galileo in 1610. Basically, the observations by Galileo are basically at the same time, I will say same century for sure, when the last close conjunction happened, even if we could not see it, because it was in the direction of the sun, so it went completely unobserved. But formally, it was the last time such a conjunction was apparently visible. But the last similar conjunction that people could see, as we are doing now, was 8 centuries ago. I'm also looking by naked eye, of course, and I can tell that I can see Saturn, but it is not straightforward because, as I said many times, it is 10 times fainter than Jupiter. So, because of such an apparent proximity, it is lost in the glare of Jupiter. Of course, it depends also from your eyes. Mine are not the best one. There are also some birds singing, and I really hope you can enjoy what we are seeing here, brought to you live via the Virtual Telescope project, my friends. As you see, such a truly huge number of people following our live feed, and to me it is a pleasure to be here with you. And I want to thank, of course, this is truly important, the cweb.it company hosting our web technology, because they are really facing an outstanding traffic. Please keep in mind that you can support the Virtual Telescope project if you want. Just go on www.virtualtelescope.eu website, and from there you can support us. As you can see, you are seeing this for free, but running this project is not free, unfortunately. So helping us surviving, especially in these very hard moments, is for us truly essential. Thank you for considering this. Thank you to everyone who did. And keep in mind, those supporting us will receive some exclusive imagery, including a very nice image of Jupiter and Saturn through the telescope I took yesterday. And should I have something good from the stunning images we saw earlier, something from there. How beautiful all this is, my friends. Gianluca Masi Virtual Telescope Project running this live from Rome right now. You can see Jupiter and Saturn in their record-setting conjunction. Saturn is on the top, easily recognized. You can easily recognize it by its shape, its ring system, and much brighter on the bottom. You can see, of course, planet Jupiter. Now I'm using a short exposure time so that you can see the planets. Otherwise, a longer exposure time, the one we need to spot the much fainter satellites of Jupiter at least, you would have the planets lost in the glare of the planets, my friends. Taking a new image. All this running live. I repeat this from time to time. The Virtual Telescope is sharing real live feeds. I have seen, honestly, some fake live feeds about this astronomical event, that I'm happy that I can do this live for real, and this has been the mission of the Virtual Telescope since I founded it in 2006, a number of years ago, and our reputation is telling you that what we are seeing here is absolutely true. Jupiter and Saturn making their record-setting conjunction. Right now they are extremely close in the sky. This is of course just a matter of perspective because they are very far from us and each other in space. The distance from Jupiter, our distance to Jupiter is 800 millions of kilometers, while Saturn is 1.6 billions of kilometers from us. So if you go to Saturn right now, in the middle of your journey, you will meet Jupiter, okay? But the distance is the third dimension, I mean the depth, okay? But apparently in the sky, they are very close. This is a conjunction, basically. And something so close, just putting the objects so close in the sky, this is 1/5 of the angular size of the lunar disk, is something the humans didn't see since the 13th century, my friends. It was Middle Age. It was before Colombo discovered the Americas, you know. This is something mind-blowing to me. Images are coming live to you, and let me, sorry, I want to make sure. Let me now switch off the software as we are not seeing the satellite, so we really don't need software now. We'll use it again. It's a wonderful piece of software, by the way, just showing who is who there. But you know, Saturn on the top, easily recognizable by the shape of the rings, and Jupiter much brighter on the bottom. Time for me to center again the camera. I am on the roof of my apartment in Rome, my friends. We started using my robotic telescope. We had breathtaking, stunning images of a close-up, also with features on the planets. And now, as they set from Ceccano, where the telescopes are, I jumped on the roof of my building here in Rome, and I'm sharing this via my imaging gear. Centering again is amazing conjunction. Let's take a new image, my friends. Please consider supporting the virtual telescope if you like what we do, because as you see, we are offering all these for free. And just checking, okay. Wow, hope you like this. The beginning of our live feed. How beautiful, facing this also for real. From time to time, I also want to check the focus, because temperature is dropping and lenses adjust over the time. Let me try again. Okay. I want to see if I can adjust the focus the best I can. This is the best to me. Let's take another image. Then I will show you the satellites again, my friends. Happy with the focus here. Keep in mind I'm using a photographic teleobjective, not a telescope. So if you have a 500 millimeters lens, you can really try yourself with this. Now back to the satellites, as I really want you to see them. And I will put the software back, helping you identifying who is who here. We are really seeing something epic, as I told you, because this conjunction, the Greek conjunction involving Jupiter and Saturn, the largest gaseous planets in our solar system, the two giants of our solar system, is happening every 20 years in the sky. But you can have such a thing every 20 years, but the planets can be very far away. To have something so close, you have to wait sometimes for centuries. As I told you, the last time people could see personally something like this, it was 1226, about 8 centuries ago. And incredibly, the next time will be only 60 years by now, 2080. I will not be around, so this is my only opportunity, and I'm happy that I'm bringing this to you. You can easily recognize from left to right the following objects. From left to of Jupiter you have, from the left I told you, Callisto, Ganymede, Io, then Jupiter. Moving to the right you have Europa, and the 4 are satellites of Jupiter, the ones discovered by Galileo in 1610, and then you have a star, the one I marked on the bottom. You can see GSG and number. Just to tell you that that star is not a satellite. How beautiful it is. Here they are. I want to see if I can also show you Titan. Likely if I use a much higher sensitivity, I think we will succeed also showing Titan, the largest moon of Saturn. Putting together the satellites of these giants, you reach almost 200 satellites. Wow, this quite deep image is showing us, as you can see, even Titan. And this one is Titan. So we have quite a number of objects. Amazing, my friends, really amazing. And a couple of stars. Look here, this is Titan, the largest moon of Saturn. So we are seeing the 4 largest satellites of Jupiter discovered by Galileo, and here you have Titan around Saturn. The Virtual Telescope Project is proud to bring the rarity of this to people worldwide through the internet for free. We believe that we are part of the cosmos, and why you have to pay to access the cosmos. This is why we provide this for free. That said, we still need to survive, so if you want to support us, you are truly welcome donating whatever you want, whatever you can. Go to virtualtelescope.au and from there track the donate button, and We will also send you some complimentary digital images, high-res exclusive, including a tremendous image I grabbed yesterday when planets Jupiter and Saturn were already very close, and there was also the shadow of a satellite on planet Jupiter. Thank you in advance to the few people believing, trusting us and supporting us. If you are seeing this, it is thanks to those people, few people doing that. If you want to be one of them, just visit our website and consider please supporting us. Jupiter and Saturn through the Virtual Telescope project. I want to see also if I can take a panoramic image. It will take a few seconds for me to set this. Okay. Okay, my friends. As I told you, all here is done live. Hopefully I will be able to grab some stars around. Okay. Trying to adjust the focus, my friends. Okay. I'm trying to take images. Okay. I'm trying to adjust the focus manually, which is not so easy to do while you are on a roof. But perhaps this is enough. Let's try with this, my friends. Hopefully we will see some stars around. The image is coming. It should be okay. Trying to take images. But I don't see stars using a much higher now sensitivity. But you can see the planets, of course. This is a larger view. As I'm using a shorter lens now, you can see the planets much closer now with some stars around, my friends. This is Saturn, this is Jupiter. Jupiter satellites and a star as well, and some stars on the background. But I want to go back to long focal lengths. Putting back this vision for you. Okay, let's adjust the focus, which is always the most critical stuff to do. Okay. I really love also the atmosphere I'm enjoying here. And I can only hope I am bringing to you the experience. Okay, let me see if this is enough. Okay. Just adjusting the focus the best I can. Perhaps this is the best I can do. So let's say with this, because I really want you to see more and more new images. Okay. Happy that the sky has been so good here in Rome, and that we could honor the promise we made 2 months ago, saying we were going to share this stuff live with our friends. Okay. The Virtual Telescope Project, Gianluca Massi from Rome, is sharing with you live Jupiter and Saturn at the best of their record-setting conjunction, you know. Here they are. And I'm really trying to adjust, to retouch the focus, because this is very critical here. Well, I think this is the best. Okay, I'm happy with it. New image right now, and again a deep shot to unveil satellites again. Let me take such much longer exposure. At some point, basically in 20 minutes, I will have to change the battery of my laptop. As I told you, I am just on the field, on the roof basically, 8th floor, looking southwest and enjoying this beauty and sharing it with people worldwide. Satellites around Jupiter and also a star in the field. And I'm really impressed to see how many people have been waiting for this. And of course, this is making us proud to share all this live with our system. This is something epic, as I told you, because you will not see something like this by now for 60 years, but it has been 800 years since the last time humans could see something like that. I want to put the software again, helping you identifying who is who. We are using the Sky X Professional software BISC, one of the precious technological partners of the Virtual Telescope project, my friends. Adjusting, try now again to adjust focus. As I hope to provide the best images possible. Perhaps this is the best I can have right now. I'm just taking and pushing the sensitivity of the camera just to capture, as you can see, also the satellites, the 4 main satellites of Jupiter, Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto, discovered by Galileo 1610, more than 4 centuries ago. And on the top you also have satellite Titan around Jupiter. In this very moment, I am outside, I am on the roof, I'm using mobile connection, so if there are problems, please understand that what you are seeing is coming to you from a roof. Just centering again, my friends. Here they are, our friends. And I'm also seeing this naked eye, and it is amazing. Honestly, I can see both the planets, but Jupiter is incredibly brighter, 10 times brighter than Saturn. Keep this in mind when you will be observing this by yourself. Something you have to do, because while I'm happy to provide this live feed, please understand that nothing can be compared to the personal experience of the sky. Here they are. How beautiful it is, how precious this is. Well worth to be shared. Saturn and Jupiter having right now their long awaited record setting great conjunction. We didn't see the planets so close for more than 8 centuries before tonight. The Lucamasi Virtual Telescope Project is sharing this live from Rome. I apologize if from time to time the connection is weak, because I'm really using mobile stuff right now, and in 10 minutes I have to change also the battery on my laptop, as I don't have anything here to plug all this gear somewhere. This is just on the field, and so happy that we can do this. I wish to thank all of you supporting the Virtual Telescope Project, a handful of generous people. And if you want to see more, perhaps you can contribute, because while we are offering this for free, it is not free at all, because of course it has its own costs. And if you want to help us covering that, please visit virtualtelescope.eu, and from there you can donate, and you will receive some limited edition, honestly outstanding images to say thank you. How beautiful it is, my friends. Now a new image. I know it is always the same view, because the planets are moving so slowly, and also satellites are technically orbiting around their planets, but I always love to share live images with friends. Here they are, Saturn and Jupiter. Now, again, let's try a higher sensitivity to show satellites. You can see the satellites of Jupiter Again, let's go and identify them. Who is who for you? Happy that all this is happening live. You can see, as I told you, from left, consider Jupiter, the brightest planet on the bottom. You have 3 dots on its left. And you can see the ones on the left are Callisto on the very left, then Ganymede, then Io, then on the right you have Europa, but also you have a star. The second dot on the right of Jupiter is basically is a star, it's not a satellite, but it is there perfectly aligned, giving you the impression it is a satellite too, but it isn't. So friends, I had to shut the system down for a few minutes in order to change the battery, and we'll be back as soon as the system will be restarted. So friends, So we are almost done, just restarting, and I'm just making clear that I do have new images to share. It took a bit longer to change the battery of the laptop. As I told you, I am just outside, and of course it is not so easy to run everything like when as you are on at your desktop. But I'm back now with the images, and okay, let me start sharing images. Here they are. Again, Saturn and Jupiter, my friends. Again, for you to enjoy. Let's take another image with less sensitivity so that we can recognize the shape, the peculiar shape of each planet. Jupiter and Saturn just at their best tonight. As for the conjunction, we've been waiting so long, my friends. And I had to change the battery of the laptop because I am on my roof completely unplugged, so I have just my mobile device for connecting. I have my laptop, I have my imaging gear, the one I can use for roving imaging, and it took a bit longer in darkness to change all these things. But I'm back, Gianluca Masi from Rome, Virtual Telescope Project, and we are tracking. We have been doing this for basically 4 hours, more or less by now. And happy that we have the planets back. We are still live. You can easily recognize Saturn on the top, as you can see, and Jupiter on the bottom. But again, I really want you to understanding also the presence of satellites. So just setting the camera to have a larger, higher sensitivity, so that the moons, Jupiter moons, here we are. We have 3 on the left, 1 on the right. The brightest on the right is Europa, one of the satellites. The second star on the right from Jupiter is just a star, a background star, my friends. Don't trust that star. Okay, friends, also opening the Sky X10 Professional to help everyone here identifying the satellites. Okay, here we are. Let me increase the field of view so that I can share with you these things again. Here we are. Just putting our friends on the right. Let me rotate the field so that you can recognize much better what we are seeing with the labels. And I hope that this will help you understanding which objects we are seeing. Basically Saturn, Jupiter, and 4 satellites around Jupiter, and Titan on the right, orbiting Jupiter. But perhaps if I use an even higher camera sensitivity, we will see these things much better. Here they are. I'm never happy. Every time I want more, so let's use an even larger exposure. But you can see now Titan as well, the largest satellite of Saturn. Here it is. This faint dot here is Titan. This is a star, but the four you see here are the satellites of Jupiter accordingly to the names you are seeing from the left, my friends. Happy that we are providing you with this information. And that we are having fun with this. I now want to try again using a wider lens to hopefully capture part of the trees. Okay. Just to be sure that we can also have this kind of images. I should have it. Okay, my friends. Always running against time, as these are setting sometime soon. But before they set, I really would like to have another image with hopefully, okay, let me take 1 second exposure and see how it works. Okay. Here we are with a more panoramic image, hopefully bringing to you the flavor of my personal experience here. Okay. We are having some final, we are taking some final images. before we'll say goodbye to our friends here. And I see there are some clouds now there, and you can see this quite easily in the image. I don't see Jupiter by naked eye. Yep, I see clouds. You can see there are clouds there, just making our images looking much fainter. So at the very end, while we were ready to say goodbye to our friends, I see the sky is also showing the first clouds. But we were lucky because this change was expected. Gianluca Masi speaking from Rome. As I told you, we are observing live the great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn, something people, the humans, did not see over the last 8 centuries. The Virtual Telescope project is proud to bring this to you thanks to its technology. And I also want to remind you that you can support the Virtual Telescope project in this job if you want. And we have just a handful of donors, making possible for us to survive while we offer this live feed for free. It doesn't mean they are cheap. You know, the technology involved is huge. After all, we are bringing this to you at home. And if you want to support us, you can easily do this. But it is you just join the Virtual Telescope .au website, and from there track the donate button, and we will send you some digital exclusive images, including honestly a outstanding image I grabbed yesterday with Jupiter and Saturn, showing very nice details, including the shadow of one of Jupiter's satellites on its planet. Really, thank you very much to those making possible for us to run this. If you are seeing this, it is thanks to them. And if you want to be one of them, I told you, visit our website www.virtualtelescope.au, and from there, feel free to support us. Taking new images, perhaps I have the planets back. Here they are. How beautiful it was to share with you, friends, something setting such a record. Adults listening to this will never see something like this. The next one will be 2080. For sure, I will not be around. So this will stay as a great memory for a while. I was happy to serve again your interest in the night sky. And I hope that your time with us was enjoyable. I always respect people who decided to offer their time after all. Time is precious, and if you decided to spend some of your time with us, well, thank you. some final shots. Now I will try again to switch if I have time, just minutes. I don't see the planets anymore, unfortunately. Too much clouds now. But I was at least happy that we had some great time. Anyway, we'll wait to see. We will have something, but in a few minutes I will lose the planets anyway. So we were lucky because at the very end we had complete coverage since the after starting soon after sunset, and this has been amazing for me. Trying to take a picture just to see if the camera is seeing something my eyes are not seeing, but I really don't see anything, my friends. So, after all, friends, we are done, I believe. It has been such a privilege for me to be here, really. And I want to thank all of you for your time with us, for making this experience amazing, friends. It has been a pleasure, a privilege to bring to you, no matter where you are on this planet, thanks to technology, the beauty, the unique experience of the great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn. Something the humans will not see so close for the next 60 years, and something which has been missed before tonight for 8 centuries. The Virtual Telescope project succeeding bringing to you this very exclusive experience. It has been a pleasure to have so many people. Very likely this will be a record-setting event. We will check. And I want to thank the handful of friends making possible this, because it is thanks to a few donors helping us paying bills, electricity, network, maintenance, and so on, that we can share this for free. If you think that what we have seen is worth your help, please visit www.virtualtelescope.eu and from there donate whatever you want. No matter the amount, we will send you some exclusive digital images, including a very nice, a great image we took yesterday with Jupiter and Saturn already very close, with details on the planets. It has been a pleasure really for me, and I want to thank the technological partners of the Virtual Telescope project. They are Uniton Italia Instruments, Software BISC, Padre Planetarium, but still I see the object. Amazing, my friends. Let me try again. I love this kind of things, by the way. Just trying and seeing. We can take just a final shot. Not sure about the quality because clouds very low, extremely low now, but who knows. Let's go, let's try, let's see. Perhaps this is the best I can do. I want to find where the objects are. Here they are. Some very final images just to say goodbye to our friends. How beautiful has been for me, as I was saying, and it's a pleasure to have the planets just saying goodbye and just setting behind the trees. You can see arms just covering our friends after such a long live, which has been amazing for me to share with you. I understand. Here it is. Sorry, I forgot to switch on. This was not expected. But here they are again for the last time. Last shot now, as they say, for the record. And we are really enjoying all this for the very last minutes. Jupiter and Saturn are going after they touched the minimum angular distance, bringing us such a memorable historic conjunction, my friends. It has been a privilege, as I was saying, to bring this to you. And please consider supporting the Virtual Telescope project if you can, if you want. You are very, very welcome, and we are extremely grateful to you for this. I want to try to capture a final image, but we have also clouds. That said, friends, it is now really time for me to say goodbye. I really don't want to abuse of your kindness. So Gianluca Massi Virtual Telescope Project is thanking all of you for being here in such a huge number of curious people, making us extremely happy. Please consider supporting the Virtual Telescope Project. We survive thanks to people supporting us. If you want us to keep running, consider supporting us by donations. Just visit www.virtualtelescope.eu. And let me thank those supporting us who made possible for us to share basically with the world with you. That's all, Gianluca Massi, Virtual Telescope Project. After the epic great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn. Stay safe, my friends. Keep looking up and keep looking the sky with the Virtual Telescope Project. I suggest you to join our Facebook page, the Virtual Telescope Project page on Facebook, so that you will be prompted every time something will be happening there, and we will show that thing to you live. Gianluca Massi, Virtual Telescope Project.